about this lady here?
Everyone.
Miss
Well,
Emmeline.
gold is for life.
Human fascination with gold is as old as recorded history. 1792, the United States Congress passed the Mint and Coinage Act that established a fixed price of gold in terms of US dollars. 15 August 1971, a number of attempts were made to salvage the gold standard. 2011, the foundation of the Gold Standard Banking AG, one of the most successful companies which specializes in the trade of minerals and precious metals worldwide. There's a global distribution network for industrial minerals and metals in more than 120 countries. 2020, GSB presents new cutting-edge products and services. Blockchain gold asset LBMA price connected, ready to be traded on a stable rate directly on our exchange. It is using the most advanced decentralized blockchain protocol, safe, cost-efficient, and fast. Digital crypto payment card, the safest way to secure your digital assets. Use our new digital crypto to pay the merchants directly with cryptocurrency. Gold point of sale. If you are a gold bullion dealer, this is the best way to increase your sales. Our community will trade digital gold to pick up it physically. You can directly exchange the tokens and transfer fiat into your bank account. GSB consists of GSB Gold, International Business Blockchain Platform, Universal Gold Merchant, and Gold Standard Crypto Digital Bank. We invite you to discover our products and services. You can pay using our decentralized blockchain solution, everything and everywhere. Register now. Find out more about GSB on our website, www.gsb.gold.
Taking options.
Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.
Rahubat Moisar, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste, Shalom, Hotep, peace and blessings to all those in the world. It's a beautiful day to be alive, and it is a wonderful day to be a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide, and of course, GS Partners. And you see the lifestyle next to me, GS Lifestyle Cards. We'll get into that maybe in a minute. And of course, my name is Kansu Hotep Atum, and you're now tuned into the unofficial pre-power call warm-up show. So we have a group of leaders, and we were kind of talking about this before, but especially in our group. But you know, there's certain leaders that, you know, kind of fit into the margin of the learning of some of the information that we want to concentrate on as a group. So this brother, Earl Nightingale, of course, is recommended by our top leaders as a good read. So I'm pretty much just sticking to, you know, to the reading material that goes with this course being the course of Wealth Builders Worldwide, right? So we have some recommended reading, and I can give you a really good list if you're ever looking for one. But this was called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And you know, what's interesting about this is a lot of lectures that were done this long ago are not really great audio, but this one has a really good audio with it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give them a little bit of credit, the people that actually kind of revised the audio plus brought it forth to the public in the form it's in now. So let me just go ahead and bring that up and we'll get started. Well, that's not right. So let's see. Okay, I think I got it now. Here we go. Let's hope the sound is coming.
Prize winner was being interviewed in London, and a reporter asked him, "Doctor, what's wrong with men today?" The great doctor was silent a moment, and then he said, "Men simply don't think." And it's about this that I want to talk with you. We live today in a golden age. This is an era that man has looked forward, dreamed of, and worked toward for thousands of years. But since it's here, we pretty well take it for granted. We in America are particularly fortunate to live in the richest land that ever existed on the face of the earth, a land of abundant opportunity for everyone. But do you know what happens? Let's take 100 men who start even at the age of 25. Do you have any idea what will happen to those men by the time they're 65? These 100 men who all start even at the age of 25 believe they're going to be successful. If you asked any one of these men if he wanted to be a success, he'd tell you that he did. And you'd notice that he was eager toward life, that there was a certain sparkle to his eye, an erectness to his carriage, and life seemed like a pretty interesting adventure to him. But by the time they're 65, 1 will be rich, 4 will be financially independent, 5 will still be working, 54 will be broke. Now think a moment. Out of the 100, only 5 make the grade. Why do so many fail?
Sorry for the delay, guys. What a great question. What a great question. Only 5. So you take 100 people with the same opportunity, same background, same, you can say the same everything. Take 5 clones, right? 5 clones. Cloned families, cloned environments, cloned everything, you know. And you take these 5 people and I meant not the same environments, but like same, you know, financial status, same neighborhood, whatever. And guess what? Out of those 100 people, only 5 are going to become wealthy. So one thing this makes clear to me is, you know, when we're telling people, not telling people, but when we're offering an opportunity to people, and, you know, a lot of people may not be interested. Obviously, more people are interested in this opportunity we have now. than had been in some of the previous opportunities. But the point here is that not everybody is going to see it. Some people can't see beyond working until they die. There may be some of you on this stream today who are like that. Some of the new people. I know I'm talking to the choir, in other words, with the regulars. But if you're one of those people, if you find that you feel secure with your job and you're okay with the 401k and working until retirement and then retiring and relaxing and getting a check and, I guess living in, a retirement area, right? Well, I'd like you to consider this. Consider that there's even better way. What if I was to just tell you that it's possible to retire 10 years early or 20 years early? For instance, all right, I'm going to reveal my age. I'm 43. I was born in 1977. I hypothetically or technically am retired. I mean, I don't work for anybody anymore, and I'll never work for anybody again. Now, I do work. I do use my time to generate income, but the difference with how I work versus, say, how somebody goes to a job is that the work that I do creates something that's that's passive, something that's residual. I want to talk about the word residual. So this is something we don't break down too much, right? Well, you notice at the core of that word, you got residue, right? Something that sticks around, something that doesn't go away. And that's the type of income you generate in opportunity that we've been afforded through the leadership. And man, just, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Brother Wessaker, Becca Toon, who actually introduced me originally to Wealth Builders Worldwide. A lot of people don't know that. And, just this system, but coming to a new understanding of. So this passive residual income that we talk about, so the work that I do, in other words, the work that I put in, for one, it's not really work because I've learned to have a different interpretation of it. I've made it fun. And they say find a job you love, you never work a day in your life, right? So I'm not really working, but some people who don't like doing the tasks that I do would call what I do work. So let's just favor their perception of things for a minute. Okay, so I do work in their eyes, but the work that I put in generates something that's passive and residual. What that means is the work that I'm putting in has a continual payout indefinitely. I know it sounds phenomenal, guys, but I'm really telling you the truth. Listen, it's like you put something in motion and it just keeps going and going and going and going. It's almost like that Energizer battery commercial. You remember that? With the bunny, and the bunny just kept going and going, and you see them all across the planet and stuff. Now, we know that wasn't realistic because that battery's eventually going to die. But the difference between passive residual income is not only does it not die, it has the potential to increase if you push a little harder. So the work that I do, the work that we do as Wealth Builders Worldwide, as Wealth Builders for Life, as Gold Standard Partners, the work that we do puts us in position to receive a passive residual income that can continue indefinitely, even beyond the scope of the years that we have left on this planet. Pretty phenomenal stuff. So I just want to, celebrate everybody who's on here for one. Let me go ahead and I didn't reach into the comments and just shout a few people out. I haven't done that in a while. Let me go ahead and pull it up on Facebook and see if they'll let me see who's on here. No, see, I have a different interface these days, and it's kind of weird. Let's see if we can see a few people. I see we got Miss Debbie Nixon, Mr. Danny James, Reggie Scott, Jacqueline Addison, Daniel Higgins, Wessaker, Rebecca Toon, Timothy Hall, Wanda Hernandez, Michelle Rad, let me see, Ronald Newton, Pamela Dixon, Sherry Pierce, Braden Colden Gibb. We got some of my favorite people in the world on here today. Man, I love seeing y'all. Great to see you today. I just feel so good about this information that I'm presenting. I feel good that, I'm, recovering, as some of you may have known. I was under the weather for a while, really under the weather, but I feel like my full recovery is at hand, so I'm going to say like that. I'm not fully recovered, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's a strange world these days, man. Not only should you be building a passive residual income for yourself to protect yourself and make sure that you're good in a situation like mine. Another great point. So while I was sick, I didn't have to ask permission to be sick. I know that sounds wild, right? But right now, as it stands, my lovely wife, she would have to ask for permission from her job to be sick, and that's crazy, right? And I can't stand that, and that's why I'm gonna retire her. I didn't get it done as soon as I wanted to, but it will happen early into this year. Okay, I wanted it to happen at the beginning of this year, but hey, things change, so give me another 6 months. I need an extension. She will be retired soon, though, believe that. And we're going to have a celebration, and we're going to be on here talking about it, me and her. And we'll be live streaming more often because she, won't have to sell her time to make sure that we're all okay, which sucks. But anyway, another story. Let me get back into this for a minute. I know I've been talking for a while. I just have a lot to say. I haven't done a stream in a while to be completely well, you guys know I don't have to be transparent with y'all. That's right. Yes. Danny said numbers don't lie. Call 100. 20 will say yes. 5 will run. 2 will do better than you. But it's very interesting that you take that 100 people back to that 100 people and only 5 are successful. Let's listen to a little bit more about why though.
What has happened to the sparkle that was there when they were 25?
What's become of the dreams, the hopes, the plans? And why is there such a large disparity between what these men intended to do and what they actually accomplished? When we say about 5% achieve success, we have to define success. And here's the definition. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. If a man is working toward a predetermined goal and knows where he's going, that man is a success. If he's not doing that, he's a failure. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Rollo May, the distinguished psychiatrist, wrote a wonderful book called Man's Search for Himself. And in this book he says, the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. And there you have the trouble today. It's conformity. People acting like everyone else, without knowing why, without knowing where they're going. Now think of it. In America right now, there are over 14 million people 65 years of age and over, and about 13 million of these 14 million are broke. They're dependent on someone else for life's necessities. Now, we learn to read by the time we're 7. We learn to make a living by the time we're 25. Usually, by that time, we're not only making a living, we're supporting a family. And yet, by the time we're 65, we haven't learned how to become financially independent in the richest land that has ever been known. Why? We conform. And the trouble is that we're acting like the wrong percentage group. The 95...
He said why? Because we conform. But this is a really important point here. Conformity is not bad. Conformity is not bad. Who are you conforming to? That's the problem. We're conforming to the people who are broke instead of conforming to the people who are rich. Think about that. Conformity is not bad. Being a follower is not bad. Being a copycat is not bad as long as you're copying the right cat, as they say, right? Shout out to WBW. That's where I got that from. I think I first might have heard it from Dante Taylor, but I know he quoted it from someone else. It just, what phenomenal leadership. But think about it. Conformity is not bad depending on who you're conforming to. That's the problem. Most people are conforming to the broke. They're conforming to the 95%. Why would you do that? Why would you voluntarily conform to be like the rest of everybody else who barely has enough? Or who has maybe a little surplus, but definitely can't live the life of their dreams. When you have the option to live the life of your dreams. Now some people are like, well, I know people that are not maybe already a part of this program or a part of this team. They might be like, well, that's unrealistic. I'm telling you, it's not unrealistic. It's not. I've seen it with my own eyes here. We got people here doing very, very well. I'm very satisfied with how I've done so far. And when I say how I've done, I'm talking about the first 2 months. in a company called the GS Partners. We get paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, 24/7. It is passive. It is residual. It sticks with you. Think about that residue. Residue is something that sticks, right? It sticks with you throughout time. It's a payment that just continues. Don't that sound nice? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. So Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in America, and at times one of the wealthiest people in the world. Now check this out. Warren Buffett, his first thing that he made a real investment is, now he's completely self-made, by the way. That's why I do look up to the brother in some respects. I don't agree with all his opinions, but he's actually starting to come over and agree with a lot of my opinions as far as gold and cryptocurrency, which he didn't used to necessarily agree with. Point being, Warren Buffett, his first investment, right, is he bought a machine that you could put the dime in and it would weigh you, right? It would give you your weight. So the machine didn't have to produce nothing itself. The only thing you needed is that original cost of that machine. And he eventually bought several of them, and then he used that money and he teamed up with some other people. But point is that, think about that. Something so simple like that, a machine that you just put a dime into, it shows your weight. Many of you have probably seen it. Probably some of you have used it, and now I'm sure the prices went up on it, right? Now you need a quarter or a dollar to tell you your actual weight. But the point is that that's a type of passive residual income, like vending machines. That's a good example, vending machines. A vending machine is a passive residual income, but the problem with vending machines is you still have business costs, you still got to deliver the product, you still got to make sure you still got to take a hit for anything that gets expired, you still got to, do repair costs and all this. All that's out the window with this program. So it's like having a vending machine that you do not have to attend to. In fact, this company has services that will attend to you via the concierge service, right? So, man, I'm telling you, listen, not telling. I don't like to use the word telling. I would like to make a suggestion that if you're watching this today, if you don't want to work until you're 65, like I didn't want to work till I was 65, there is a way. That's all I can tell you. There's a way. And anybody on here, anybody that shared this with you, will be more than happy to introduce you to this. Excited to introduce you to this. That's why I said don't work, because really what I do, what I get paid for, is I share this opportunity with other people. I got excited about it, and I share that excitement with others. And what happens is, the result is that we have that passive residual income that sticks with you. It doesn't go anywhere. And you can actually, you get that ball going, then you can set another one in motion. So let's go back to the Warren Buffett scenario, where he had one machine, maybe in one little pharmacy where you have to put a dime in, you get weighed. And that was good. But then what happened once he had two machines? 3. So what he was doing is he was taking his money and creating more. We don't even have to take money to create more. All we got to do is spread the opportunity. All we got to do is plant the seed, which is free. I mean, it might cost you a 10-cent or a 5-cent business card, but why not? That's a small price to pay for potential passive residual income that will follow you even through life and after. It's pretty deep, right? Especially when we consider that there's people that we want to leave some of this money, some of this fortune to. We'll go back into the video for a minute. I know I had a lot to say today, but like I said, it's had some time off, had a lot of time to think. So
5% who don't
succeed. Now, why do these people conform? Well, they don't know, really. These people believe that their lives are shaped by circumstances, by things that happen to them, by exterior forces. They're outer-directed people. A survey was made one time that covered a lot of men, working men, and these men were asked this question: why do you work? Why do you get up in the morning? 19 out of 20 had no idea. If you ask them, they'll say, everyone goes to work in the morning. And that's the reason they do it, because everyone else is doing it. Now let's get back to our definition of success. Who succeeds? The only man who succeeds is the man who is progressively realizing a worthy ideal. He's the man who says, I'm going to become this, and then begins to work toward that goal. I'll tell you who the successful people are. A success is the school teacher who's teaching school because that's what she wanted to do. The success is the woman who's a wife and mother because she wanted to become a wife and mother and is doing a good job of it. The success is the man who runs the corner gas station because that's what he wanted to do. The success is the successful salesman who wants to become a top-notch salesman and grow and build with his organization. A success is anyone who is doing deliberately a predetermined job because that's what he decided to do deliberately. But only 1 out of 20 does that. That's why today there isn't really any competition unless we make it for ourselves. Instead of competing, all we have to do is create. Now, for 20 years, I looked for the key which would determine what would happen to a human being. Was there a key, I wanted to know, which would make the future a promise that we could foretell to a large extent? Was there a key that would guarantee a person's becoming successful if he only knew about it and knew how to use it? Well, there is such a key, and I've found it. Have you ever wondered why so many men work so hard and honestly without ever achieving anything in particular, and others don't seem to work hard and yet seem to get everything? They have the magic touch. You've heard them say that about someone. Everything he touches turns to gold. And have you ever noticed that a man who becomes successful tends to continue to become successful, and on the other hand, have you noticed how a man who is a failure tends to continue to fail? It's because of goals. Some of us have them, some don't. People with goals succeed because they know where they're going. Now think of a ship leaving a harbor, and think of it with the complete voyage mapped out and planned. The captain and crew know exactly where it's going and how long it will take. It has a definite goal. 9,999 times out of 10,000 it will get to where it started out to get. Now let's take another ship, just like the first, only let's not put a crew on it, or a captain at the helm. Let's give it no aiming point, no goal, no destination. We just start the engines and let it go. I think you'll agree with me that if it gets out of the harbor at all, it will either sink or wind up on some deserted beach a derelict. It can't go any place because it has no destination and no guidance. It's the same with a human being. Take the salesman, for example. There is no other person in the world today with the future of a good salesman. Selling is the world's highest paid profession, if we're good at it and if we know where we're going. Every company needs top-notch salesmen, and they reward those men. The sky is the limit for them. But how many can you find? Someone once said, the human race is fixed, not to prevent the strong from winning, but to prevent the weak from losing. The American economy today can be likened to a convoy in time of war. The entire economy is slowed down to protect its weakest link, just as the convoy had to go at the speed that would permit its slowest vessel to remain in formation. That's why it's so easy to make a living today. It takes no particular brains or talent to make a living and support a family today. So we have a plateau of so-called security, if that's what a person's looking for. But we do have to decide how high above this plateau we want to aim for. Now
And that's what it all comes down to. I mean, we can make a living. Everybody should be able to make a living. That's not terribly hard, right? Making a living. But how far above making a living do you want to shoot for? And see, something Mr. Nightingale said, I don't want to challenge what he said, but I would like to maybe add or evolve something he said. So he said, like, if you're just, let's say that you always wanted to be a janitor, and you're just incredibly happy with your job. Maybe you become the top janitor and you're successful. But what I would like to add into that is a group of people like Wealth Builders Worldwide, like Mr. Ty Best and like Miss Valerie Best, that help you to dream bigger, to enhance that. Instead of maybe wanting to be the janitor, maybe you want to have a company of janitorial services all over the world that provide the best janitorial service that money can afford. Do you understand what I mean? It's like, so what I hope to do today, every day, and what I've been learning myself to do is to have a bigger what we want. See, there was a period in my life, because of what I was going through, I felt like I would always be completely content if I could just survive, if I just had enough money to take care of all bills, no bills chasing me, no bill collectors, no fines, no potential warrants, all this kind of stuff, right? No, student debt and all this different kind of stuff. And you know, it's funny because we have the option to put ourselves in position, right? But the thing is, once we get there, for some of us, it's not enough. And for me, once I got there, that was definitely not enough. And fortunately, I'm around a bunch of dreamers. So my dream had always been becoming more and more enhanced anyway. So now it's like, to me, it'll never be enough. Success, there is no limit to my success. There is no limit to your success except that what you put on it. And it really comes from starting with what he was talking about. Okay, once you get to success, let's just say that you're not, able to take care of all of your bills now and stuff. Once you get there, okay, money's coming in, your bills are paid, you have some free time. Once you get there, what's next? Where do you want to go above that? What's after that? And man, there's so much that we can accomplish. There's a reason that only them 5 people, become successful. Only them 2 people really become really, really rich. Really, only 1 or 2 of them, become really rich. But they all had the same opportunities. And so today, GS Partners has equalized the playing field because it's given everybody an opportunity. Everybody who's watching this, no matter your financial situation, no matter your education, no matter your advantage or disadvantage, right? You have an equal opportunity to jump in at a pre-launch with a cryptocurrency coin, a utility coin that's still at its very inception, meaning you can buy it for pennies, 2 pennies to be precise. Man, phenomenal. And look, we have so many tremendous products coming, you're barely going to hear me talk about the coins. In fact, you're really going to be hearing me talk about this GS lifestyle more. And so if you're looking at this gold card to the side of me, diamond encrusted, solid gold card, a credit card that's solid gold. Some of you are like, why? You know what I say? Why not? Why not? Why not? But with this card, there's a host of capabilities that are opened up. For one, you can now get rid of all your bank accounts. Now look, I'm not a financial advisor. It's just what I'm going to do. You can close all your bank accounts down. You can close all those different places you have to get cryptocurrency and trade to exchange cryptocurrency for fiat. We call them bridges into the crypto world. You can shut all them down. And you can consolidate all that to one place. You can consolidate all your funds to one place. And really, when I say one place, I don't mean into one asset. You can diversify as much as you want. You're going to be able to transfer your money into different types of currencies, like they do on Forex. You're going to also be able to trade from cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency, all different cryptos. This is all going to happen in real time, and from what I understand, it's going to be very little or no cost. And the process can all take place on a micro computer, a nano-sized computer that's built into these solid gold cards. I know it's deep, y'all. And it actually will be able to translate our cryptocurrency holdings into whatever fiat we want in whatever country we're in. You're really going to be living the life of your dreams. I mean, and you can access $52 million of your own money at any given time. Tell me where you can do that at, with the exception of cryptocurrency. Man, just phenomenal stuff we got going on. So you're going to hear me talk a lot more about this, these GS lifestyle, and you're going to hear me talk less about our cryptocurrency coin. Why? Because, man, I'm keeping the coin as the best kept secret. I'm buying that stuff up. I'm tired of telling people the benefit of the G999. Listen, y'all going to either get in, y'all not. I'm going to buy up the coin, and I'm going to start showing y'all some of the other amazing assets and opportunities and packages and products that you can acquire. But anyway, I got to get out of here. You know, I'm getting ready for this mighty Monday power call. Shout out to the Hollands. Shout out to those 2 doctors. Man, they crushed it Saturday night. and I don't expect it to be any different today on the power call. It's great seeing them two together, like bouncing the ball back and forth. They kind of got their own, that's like, they got their own combination of great players, on the ball court when it's them, man. And man, but I want to give a big shout out to those two doctors and the entire moderators team, man, for setting this thing off. And of course, I'm back, so I'll be holding down that Tuesday power call tomorrow. Of course, nobody does it like Miss Sherry Brown on Wednesday. We always are telling the truth on Thursday with Brother Dante. Friday that's a tough time for us right now, but we'll keep you updated, and we're gonna hold it down as moderators until we, and then Saturday, it's Taylor Gang, Brother Matthew Taylor. Of course, you will also be hearing from the Gordons as well. And so, man, I just wanted to say thank you all, moderators, family, Ms. Tanisha Glassy, Roger Williams, Mr. Michael Dalco, Ty Best, and anybody that I didn't mention. I'm really sorry. Of course, a few, I do gotta give a shout out to Dr. McKnight. She has been fire, a true inspiration on me this entire time. And whoever I didn't say, trust me, you're in my heart. I just wanted to mention a few people. It's hard because you mentioned a few, and then there's a few more, and then you're like, hold on, I mentioned so many now, I'm gonna miss somebody, and I definitely don't mean to miss anybody. Man, I can tell everybody is fire though, man. I mean, Dr. Curry, Deion Stevens, oh my goodness, yo. I hope y'all are catching these trainings and stuff. But anyway, jump on to the power call today. I'm going to be there. Let your voice be heard. Celebrate your team. And I'm going to be there with y'all. I'm going to make sure I shout y'all out if I can, Have a beautiful, blessed, income-producing day. For those who are on my team, WB4L, I will be seeing you at 2 p.m. today on the huddle. I got some tremendous information for y'all. For the rest of y'all, I'm going to be seeing you on the power call, and then I'm going to be on the noon training, the 9 p.m. training. I'm here. I'm here. Let's go, y'all. So, wadu woo, I woo. Peace.
How may I help you?
I want to open a staking account.
The chairman awaits you.
Welcome to GSB. Here are your staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.